ચાલો મિત્રો, આપણે અત્યાર સુધી સોશિયલ જસ્ટિસ કરી નાખ્યો છે ઉપરથી. હવે આપણે જે છે ગવર્નન્સ તરફ જઈ રહ્યા છીએ. તો આજે આપણે પ્રયાસ કરીશું કે ગવર્નન્સ આપણે પતાવી દઈએ અને પછી આપણે પોલિટી તરફ વળશું. એટલે આપણું GS2 જે છે એ કદાચ 1-2 દિવસની અંદર પતે એવી આપણે પ્રયાસ કરીશું. ઓકે, ગવર્નન્સના ફ્રેમવર્ક્સ કહી દઉં તમને કે કયા કયા ફ્રેમવર્ક્સની અંદર લખી શકાય છે. એટલે જો તમારો ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન, કોઈ પણ ક્વેશ્ચન હોય ગવર્નન્સનો, તમે ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન કરવાના છો, રાઈટ. એના પછી મેઇનની બોડી લખશો. મેઇન બોડી, હવે મેઇન બોડીની અંદર છે ને આપણે કેટલા પ્રકારના અલગ અલગ ફ્રેમવર્ક્સની અંદર વિચારી શકીએ છીએ. કાં તો તમે જો સ્ટેક હોલ્ડર વાઇઝ જોઈ શકો, કાં પછી તમે જે સેકન્ડરી આરસી પિલર આપેલા છે, રાઈટ, ઈ ગવર્નન્સ, રાઈટ, એ રીતે જઈ શકો. એક્ઝામ્પલ બેઝડ હોઈ શકે. તો આ રીતે આપણે છે ને અલગ અલગ આપણે એ રીતે આ રીતે જઈ શકીએ છીએ. ઓકે, ફ્રેમવર્ક્સ છે. તો એક સ્ટેક હોલ્ડર બેઝડ, તો કે સિટીઝન એક સ્ટેક હોલ્ડર છે, બ્યુરોક્રેસી, સ્ટેટ, પાર્લામેન્ટ, જેમ કે લેટરલ એન્ટ્રી, RTI ને બધું. ઓકે, સેકન્ડ આરસીના 8 પિલર્સ ઓફ ગવર્નન્સ, એના આધારે જઈ શકો છો. ઈ ગવર્નન્સ છે, રાઇટ ટુ પબ્લિક સર્વિસ એક્ટ છે. ઓકે, રોલ ઓફ સિવિલ સર્વન્ટ્સ ઇન ડેમોક્રેસી, એટલે કે આ ટોપિક્સ છે કે જેની અંદર આ યુઝ થઈ શકે. કયું? 8 પિલર્સ ઓફ ડેમોક્રેસી. કે ઈ ગવર્નન્સ છે તો ગવર્નન્સના 8 પિલર્સમાં ક્યાં બેસે છે? તો અહીંયા યુઝ થઈ શકે. રાઇટ ટુ પબ્લિક સર્વિસ એક્ટનો ક્વેશ્ચન હોય તો એની અંદર યુઝ થઈ શકે. રોલ ઓફ સિવિલ સર્વન્ટ્સ ઇન ડેમોક્રેસીમાં થઈ શકે. પછી એક્ઝામ્પલ બેસ્ડ અપ્રોચ ક્યાં યુઝ થઈ શકે? સિવિલ સોસાયટીવાળા જે ક્વેશ્ચન્સ આવે તો એક્ઝામ્પલ બેસ્ડ આખો અપ્રોચથી જવાનું. પોલિસી મેકિંગ અપ્રોચ છે એ જે છે કોઈ પણ પોલિસી મેકિંગમાં છે એમાં કઈ રીતે કરવાનું છે? તો આપણે પહેલાં નીડને ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું, ડિફાઇન, પોલિસી ફોર્મ્યુલેશન, પ્લાનિંગ, રિવ્યુઇંગ, એક્ઝિક્યુશન, ફીડબેક એન્ડ અમેન્ડમેન્ટ્સ. મિત્રો આ યાદ ના રહે તો જવા દો, બુક કરવાનું નહીં. ઓકે, વેલ્યુ બેઝ જઈ શકીએ કે આનાથી કઈ કઈ વેલ્યુઝ એક્ઝિબિટ થાય છે, જેમ કે કમ્પેશન છે, પબ્લિક સર્વિસ છે, પબ્લિક સેન્ટ્રાલિટી છે, હે ને? ઓકે, તો મિત્રો સૌથી પહેલાં ટોપિક પોલિસી ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટેશન, એના ઉપરથી ચાલુ કરીએ. તો વોટ આર ધી ઇશ્યુઝ શું છે, બરાબર, અને એના સોલ્યુશન શું છે? ઓકે, આપણે એ રીતે જઈશું. તો ઇશ્યુઝ વિથ પોલિસી ફોર્મ્યુલેશન. ઓકે, તો શું છે? સૌથી પહેલું કે ઓવર સેન્ટ્રલાઇઝેશન છે. બીજું, લેક ઓફ એસેસમેન્ટ ઓફ ડેટા એનાલિસિસ નથી હોતું. પછી ત્રીજું, અનઅવેર ઓફ કરંટ ગ્રાઉન્ડ રિયાલિટીઝ. ફોર્થ, પોપ્યુલિસ્ટ પોલિસી. અને ફિફ્થ, લેક ઓફ સિવિલ સોસાયટી પાર્ટિસિપેશન એન્ડ ઇન્ફોર્મ્ડ ડિબેટ્સ. ઓકે, ફિફ્થ, લેક ઓફ સિસ્ટમેટિક રિસર્ચ એન્ડ ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન. ઓકે, એટલે ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન એન્ડ રિસર્ચ નથી થતું. પછી ઓકે, સોલ્યુશન શું છે? વોટ આર ધી સોલ્યુશન્સ? તો ડિસેન્ટ્રલાઇઝેશન થઈ શકે, પાર્ટિસિપેશન ઓફ ઓલ સ્ટેક હોલ્ડર્સ. નંબર 3, કન્ટિન્યુઅસ પોલિસી મોનિટરિંગ એન્ડ ઇવેલ્યુએશન. 4, collect real-time empirical data. 5, rigorous legal and constitutional scrutiny before law policy formulations. Okay, number 5, building a linkage among government agencies and academic institutions. Okay, so this could be the policy formulation ની અંદર આ સોલ્યુશન્સ હોઈ શકે છે. સિમિલરલી ઇશ્યુઝ વિથ પોલિસી ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટેશન કયા ઇશ્યુઝ છે? તો નંબર 1 is weak administrative machineries at the ground level. Number 2 is poor identification and targeting of eligible beneficiaries. Number 3 is delivery agency operational skills are lacking. Okay. Number 4, people lack knowledge. Yes, sometimes people do not know that what are the what are the schemes and the welfare that they are entitled to. Okay. Number 5 is neoliberal paradigm of developmental planning in India. Okay. તો એ જ કે માર્કેટ, નિયોલિબરલ પેરાડાઇમ એટલે શું? કે માર્કેટ બધું ડિસાઇડ કરશે. નંબર 6, ટ્રાન્સફરિંગ કંટ્રોલ ઓફ ઇકોનોમિક ફેક્ટર્સ ફ્રોમ પબ્લિક ટુ પ્રાઇવેટ સેક્ટર. અગેન અ નિયોલિબરલ પેરાડાઇમ. ઓકે. નંબર 7, લેક ઓફ interministerial coordination. Okay, those are the 7 points. What are the solutions? Building a sound delivery mechanism. Number 1. Number 2, converge of schemes, awareness on the part of people. Number 4 is provisions of social audit before should be ensured. Okay, evaluating policy effectiveness. Yes, there's a need for an evaluation. Number 6, it should be rest sound institutional basis. Okay, It should rest upon the sound institutional basis in which there is both continuity and change over the time. Okay, so these are the solutions that they we implemented, and pardon my friends for the lots of spelling mistakes. It is not because of the not knowing the right words, but instead it's just because of the typing mistakes. Okay. Now, new shift post Niti. What are the new shift? So there has been decentralized planning, ground level based long term vision, platform for resolution of intersectoral and interdepartmental issues, cooperative and competitive federalism. Okay, so the Niti Aag is trying to foster these things. Okay. Now here's a act quote from Benjamin Franklin that law too gentle is seldom followed, law too severe is seldom executed. Okay, Benjamin Franklin. Number two, six important guiding principles which can be applied in any large transformation scheme is A B C D E F. That is align, believe, communicate, democratize, evaluate, and follow through. So A B C D E F. Okay, so you can use this as a way forward in any of the questions. Welfare state. The intricate architecture of social security has been central to India as a welfare state, upheld to be basic structure of the constitution in Bhim Singh case 1981. Okay, the intricate architecture of social security has been central to India as a welfare state, which is upheld to be a basic structure in Bhim Singh case 1981. So you can also quote this case. So you can use it with this as an introduction. Okay. Why welfare? Why do we need welfare? The first is the poverty alleviation. Second is protection of vulnerables. Third is economic development. Fourth is dignity of individual. Fifth is social endomosmus of Ambedkar. Okay. Number fifth is upholding constitutional morality. Again, poverty alleviation, protection of vulnerable class, economic development, dignity of individual, social endomorphosis of Ambedkar, and upholding constitutional morality. What are the causes of failure? Yes, welfare has failed, but why? Though redistribution without state's capacity, inclusion and exclusion error, yes, wastage and linkage, capability trap. Okay, we do not have capacity. Misplaced policy priorities, yes, and poorly designed policies. Technology is no substitute for weak strategy or panacea for corruption. Lack of transparency and accountability. Evidence based policy. There is a lack of evidence based policy. Resource intensity not proportionate to outcome. Okay, distortion effect, negative externalities, denial of choice, weak capacity of state governments. Yes, so these are the causes of failures. Okay, you can substantiate them with facts or examples. Okay, technology meets transparency. You can use it as a way forward. Okay, coming to the civil society. World Bank has defined that civil societies are not for profit, voluntary group meant to support public good. You can also use Thomas Jefferson's quote that civil societies are the oxygen of democracy. Okay. What are the constitutional provisions? Article 19C, right to form association, National Policy and Voluntary Sector 2007, FACRA Act 2020. FACRA is Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Okay. Registration of civil societies under Societies Registration Act 1860. Trust होए तो Indian Trust Act 1882. Charitable Companies Section 8 of Companies Act 2013. Okay. There are about 31 lakh NGOs in India, which is very, very, very high. Okay. What are the role played by NGOs? Okay. Number one, inviting civil societies to oversee government program. Okay. Number two, establishing and disseminating service standards. Number three, establishing credible compliant mechanism. Okay. assessing public confidence in anti-corruption institutions, uh, judiciary and law enforcement, and designing programs to improve trust level. Enforcing access to information, educating society on events of corruption, and instill moral commitments to integrity. Using public hearing to audit government activities where audience gathers to hear details of public work schemes and residents provide them own perception. Initiating government or private sector sponsored public education and awareness campaigns through radio, newspaper, and television. Holding integrity workshops and public hearing at the national and the local level at regular intervals to discuss problems and suggest changes involving all participants. Surveying and assessing public service delivery periodically. Surveying corruption perception in general or specific sector of government functioning. Incorporating corruption as a subject in education curriculums. Setting up a website on corruption containing information. Facilitating dialogues and feedback from citizens. Associating former public servants in lobbying against corruption. Okay, these are the roles. What has been the advantages? Advocacy and accountability of government, such as ADR and POCL, and Association of Democratic Rights, and Public Union for Civil Liberty. Okay. Conflict resolution, Art of Living by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Mobilizing public support for common good, such as Relief for River by Sadhguru, Pani Foundation, among others. Fight social evil, Sneha NGO that helps child and women and child facing domestic violence, sexual assault. Okay. Bachpan Bachao Andolan is again working for the same cause. Social empowerment, Andajan Mandal, yes. Last mile delivery of services such as Akshay Patra, who helps the government in providing midday meal to the poor people, poor children. Evolution and monitoring, such as Prathama NGO, who is SF report. India mitigation now, migration now, Inter-Migration Index publishes them. So yes, NGOs work in that area too. Help state in adversarial times, such as in the case of COVID-19 pandemic, about 30 lakh people were fed by NGOs. So yes, they do help. What are the issues with NGOs? The first is that there is no single law. We have Trust Act, Companies Act, Societies Act. Number two is loyalty towards donor. Protest without alternative solutions. Yes. Siphoning of funds from company regulators, among others. Financial irregularity. Only about 8 to 10% of NGOs file their accounts with the registrar of society. Okay. Deceptive role to development, such as loss of almost 2 to 3% of GDP. Poor compliance, Darpan voter the registration is less than half. Financial frauds, yes, in 2015, Kaparat found that 564 NGOs were involved in financial frauds. Okay, multiple regulatories such as the child care institutions are regulated under Juvenile Justice Act. Okay, and they also have a multiple different regulatories. TARA is again for adoption. So yes, foreign influence, illegal activities, terrorism. Okay, exploitation by NGOs, such as in the case of Bihar, where NGO was used to human trafficking, for human trafficking. Okay. What we can do is rate NGOs by third party. There should be a code of conduct. There should be a single law. So way forward can be one such things. Okay. Okay. So let's talk something about SHGs. When it comes to SHG, we must think on the lines of political, social, political, and economical. So economical should be a first priority. So in our mains body, we should write first about economical, then it will go for social, and then the third area would be political. Okay. Okay. Let us see the definition. Based on the principle of collective self-help, pooling their scarce resources. According to National Rural Livelihood Mission, there are about 56.36 lakh SHGs in India, with Andhra being the highest. Okay, so this is just a preliminary perspective, so you need not remember this. But southern India has more number of SHGs. Okay. Okay. SHGs are based on a principle of collective self-help, pooling the scarce resources. Okay. According to National Rural Livelihood Mission, there are about 56 lakh SHGs. Okay. SHGs, it is a small and homogeneous group. Small saving, yes. Internal lending, democratic decision, prioritizing needs, democratic leadership, joint liability, peer group dynamics, leadership rotation, among others. Okay, so these are the features of SHG in a very short thing. You can use such diagrams in your answers. There are about 10 crore members of the SHG, of which almost 90% are women members. So you can see that women empowerment is one of the biggest advantages of SHGs. Repayment rate is also very good, so 98%. So again, SHGs help in reducing NPA while at the same time fostering good low ticket credit loans. Okay, 75% Mudra loans to women in SHGs. Okay, 18% rise in employment because of SHGs. Yes, improved saving by 3 times. So these are the data by NABARD. Okay. Repayment ratio is more than, yes, repayment ratio is more than 85%. Like we also mentioned that repayment is almost at 98%. So you can cut this, you can use this. 60 almost a bank balance of 6,500 rupees. So this is a continuously varying process. You can scratch this. SHG, Ila Bhatt, there are some good examples such as Seva, Lijit Papad, Kudumba Shri, Tejaswini. Yes, these are the good examples, good case studies of good example SHGs. What are the issues? The disparity between states, gender disparity, dissolution of SHGs, economic. Okay, there are some economic issues too. They lack capacity. Patriarchy is again a big issue. Caste, religion, community-based models. Yes, privatization and capture of agenda by politically dominant people. Okay, what are the government efforts? The Bank Sakhi by NABARD, PM Vandan Yojana, wherein they are going to train about 300 SHGs to food process minor forest produce. Okay. Then we have National Livelihood Mission, SHG Bank Linkage Program by NABARD. Din Dayal Upadhyay, Ajivika Express. Okay. Budget, they have mentioned social stock exchange. Okay, for political and social enterprises, not for profit companies. Okay. We have in 2020 there was a village storage scheme wherein SHGs were given tasks to store grains, food grains. Okay. We can also go to Vijay Kumar committee for modernizing and registration process. Okay. Second ARC has also said that the rules to formulate FAKRA rules should be decentralized to states. Okay. So that's it, my friends. So that was civil societies. Now let us dwell into good governance. Before that, let us take 5 minutes break. Okay, so let us continue with good governance. Okay, notes. Here's the thing that you must remember, that ethics and governance cannot be separated. So, be it a question of governance or be it a question of ethics, you can interchangeably use the values. Okay, values such as accountability, values such as efficiency, transparency, yes, people centrality, compassion. Okay, according to UN Escape, good governance means the processes and institutions produce results that meet the aspiration of society while making the best use of resources. Okay. Again, good governance means the processes and institutions that produce results that meets the aspiration of the society while making the best use of resources. Is good governance. Good governance is actually resource efficiency, management efficiency, and working efficiency. Okay. Ministry of Public Grievance has given a broad framework which is place, political, legal, judicial, administrative, social, and economical. Okay. Examples. Uh, here are some good examples. Service delivery, द्वार प्रद्यन योजना इंदौर. It's a good example. द्वार प्रद्यन योजना in Indore, a doorstep delivery of government documents. Okay. Then we have Shakala model in Karnataka, online monitoring of services. Yes, Mo Sarkar, free Wi-Fi newspaper in Odisha. EU Uparjan in MP, speedy transfer of MSP due to farmers. Okay, in MP. Local governance, 7-star rainbow scheme in Haryana, Panchayat rated for performance on 7 parameters. Okay. Then we have entitled based district planning in Bihar. Okay, E-Gram Vishwagaram project of Gujarat. Okay, for governance redressal, promotion Adalat, Mo Sarkar in Odisha, Mukhyamantri Saath Mokda Mane Gujarat, Jan Suchna portal Rajasthan for proactive disclosure of information under RTI, 5T action in Odisha, teamwork, tech, time, and transformation. Okay, features, characteristics, or attributes suggested by second ARC report. Okay, what are the attributes that are suggested by for good governance by second ARC itself? The first is that it should be accountable, transparent, responsive, equitable and inclusive, effective and efficient, follow the rule of law, participatory and consensus oriented. So these are the core pillars of good governance. These are the ingredients. It should be there in good governance. If you want to ensure good governance, then you need this. The government should be accountable, transparent, responsive, equitable and inclusive, effective and efficient, follow the rules of law, participatory and consensus oriented. Okay. Dimensions of good governance. What are the dimensions? So you can actually segregate based on the states, right? There are big states, small states, UT, Himalayan or developed, and aspiring states, multi-act model of governance. Okay. What are the dimensions? Politically, exercise of franchisee, profile, conduct of political representatives, functioning of legislature, political decentralization. Okay. Legal and judicial, the law and order, internal security, safeguards of basic rights, police administration. Okay. Citizen friendliness of police, access to justice and judicial accountability, social empowerment of vulnerable sections, role and equality for civil society, environmental management, economic, macroeconomic stability and create conducive climate for economic activities, fiscal governance and business environment, administrative, corruption perception and vigilance and enforcement, responsiveness. Okay. transparency and participation in administration, citizen interference and interface and engagement, quality of service delivery. Yes, so these are the dimensions in which you can think of in terms of good governance. Okay, barriers to good governance. What are the challenges? Why there is an issue with good? Why in India we face the issues of good bad governance? The attitudinal problems of civil servant, a lack of accountability, red tapeism, low level of awareness of rights and duties of the citizens, ineffective implementation of laws and rules, disjointed, piecemeal, ad hoc approach, and fragmented approach, all of the government approach versus whole of the government approach. Okay, so piecemeal, disjointed, piecemeal, and ad hoc approach, compartmentalization of governance instead of convergence of governance, instead of incremental transformation change. Okay, power centric approach instead of people centric and public friendly approach, system of collusion and corruption, policy for poor are often poor, governance implement deficiency. What are the regulatory issues? Over regulated and under governed, complex regulatory structures, institutional overlap. Okay, cosmetic reforms, regulatory cholesterol, rent seeking and cartelization. So you can use these keywords. Okay, issues in bureaucracy, red tapeism, elitism, obstructionist, like corruption is very high. So corruption perception index too, our rank is at 80. Again, you need to check this and amend this. Okay, governance quality index. Okay, it was published by Niti Aayog. Integrated approach, improvement in quality of public service delivery. We need to empower citizens, redress satisfaction, and capacity enhancement. Okay, how we can do this? By an integrated approach that includes citizen charter, public grievance redressal, and service delivery capabilities. Okay. Quality and informed lawmaking, digital empowerment, empowered society, and knowledge economy. ICE material. Okay. So you can use this as a way forward. That quality and informed lawmaking. There should be a digital empowered society and knowledge economy. Okay. Neither government interference nor there should be a government deficit. Need of the hour is balance between both. Okay. Good governance depends on ability to take responsibility by both administration and citizens. PM Modi. Okay. Governance characterized by reforms with intent, perform with integrity, and transform with intensity. This is good governance. Okay. Redesign government system with principle of trust based governance. Okay. Citizen charter. Citizen charter of UK. Citizen charter was actually started by this UK PM John Major, but we do not remember this. Citizen charter is a document which represents a systematic effort to focus on commitments of the organization towards its citizens. Okay, it's a list. It is a document. It is a document which enumerates all the services that a citizen can expect from that institution. So that's the simple definition. You do not remember this. A standard of service, information, choice and consultation, non-discrimination and accessibility, grievance redressal, courtesy, and value for money. Okay, so these are the benefits of citizen charter. Okay, e-governance. E-governance, potential, transparency, and accountability, institutional measures. Yes, so e-governance, these are the frameworks. According to World Bank, e-governance is use of IT by government agencies that has ability to transform relation between with citizens, businesses, and other arms of the government. Okay, so you do not forget that it is G2C, it is G2B, and it is G2G. So you did not forget these three parameters of e-governance. Okay. What are the prerequisites? We need digital infrastructure, high-speed internet, optical fiber laying through BharatNet, computers, server development like Meghdut, manpower to operate. Okay, we need to educate people through common service center which the government is doing. We need to secure the entire system. The privacy breach should not happen, data theft should not happen. Okay, and for which we have certain, yes, Aadhaar is not here. E-governance readiness index of UN. India has ranked 96th, which is better than the previous rank of 118, but it is still very poor. Okay. E-governance readiness index. E-governance is easy, effective, and economical governance. So you can use this as a conclusion. Okay. G2G, G2C, G2B, and G2E. Okay. What are the positives of e-governance? The benefits of e-governance highlighted by second ARC report. Okay, what are the benefits of e-governance? Better access to information and quality service to citizens. Okay, knowledge divide would reduce between urban and rural, such as example that Gyandut provides relevant information to rural population too. Yes, participatory governance through my governance. Yes, service outreach to inaccessible like banking service, telemedicine. So this, okay, for an example, Kerala, friends, fast, reliable, instant, effective network got discussion of services. Okay, discussion of services. Okay, so this is the abbreviation of full form. This is initiative by Kerala government. Okay, so it aims to increase the service outreach, education, Swayam and Pathshala, inform citizen with RTI, improving transparency and overall accountability in Garv app. Okay, IT for job, tax rebate to BPO opening in rural India. Yes. DBT through JAM 2020 reducing leakage is again an example of e-governance. And the technology-based governance. Okay, data collection, dissemination, and analyzing criminal crimes, which will help National Crime Bureau. Okay, faster approval of projects through seemingly integrated across department, improving ease of doing business. Okay, example Umang app. Reducing corruption, such as for an instance, about $8 billion saved due to DBT in 500 schemes. Okay, Aadhaar saving is almost at 2.2 lakh crore rupees. What are the benefits? Transparency, Pragati, reach by CSE, e-commerce by UPI. Oh, yes, and these are the good examples of e-governance. Issues. The first is latest tech like cloud, big data analysis were not there. Less focus on PPP. Mobile penetration is less, especially in rural areas. Illiteracy, one-fourth of the population is almost illiterate. Low degree, low degree of process engineering. Privacy issues in Aadhaar card. Reluctance of government officials to learn new technology. It would reduce their side income from corruption. This cannot be a good bad. Cyber theft, yes, 8% do not have Aadhaar, and in case of Assam and Meghalaya, the enrollment is less than 50%, which is a concerning thing. What are the government steps? E-rupee, yes, contactless, cashless, e-voucher, BharatNet, CSE, e-Kranti, Digital India Initiative, PMG Disha, Public Financial Management System, One-Stop Solution, Aadhaar-enabled payment system, National Payment Corporation of India. Yes, so these are the examples of e-governance, the government efforts. Digital India, so we had 9 pillars of Digital India: broadband, e-governance, IT for job, universal access to phone, e-Kranti, electronic delivery of services, information to all, public internet, electronic manufacturing, early harvest programs. Yes, so yes, these are the 9 pillars. Data as a public good. So Economic Survey 2019-20 has said that we need to use non-personal data for public interest welfare. Okay, So, which data, administrative data such as birth, marriage, death, records, data for identification system, population, health, education, tax records, among others. Consensus to systematically enumerate the record information about an entire population of interest. Sample survey draw in smaller representative sample of the entire population. Citizen generated and machine generated data. Okay. Geospatial data relate multiple layers of information based on their geographic location. Okay. Market approach of public services. Uh, Profit motive, yes. Crony capitalist. So you did not read these. There's no point in it. Role of civil services in the. Okay, so this is the last topic. Role of civil services in the democracy. So you can use this that India follows a Weberian model of democracy. It is a British legacy. So actually, I do not subscribe to this now anymore. We'll have to devise another introduction for this. Okay. What are the categories of civil servants? The all India service, central service, and state service. Importance of civil services at secretariat level, at district level, at state level, at PSU, miscellaneous, among others. Okay. You can go in this framework. It could number one is boost scientific and technological development to raise the standard of delivery, service delivery. Inclusive growth, है ना. तो क्या है कि this people, the civil services aim at inclusive growth, optimum utilization of resources, crisis management, urbanization regulation, policy implementation, policy formulation, social unity and reducing social tension, providing continuity, and agents of social and behavioral change, upholding idea of preambles. Yes. So we'll read about this, the role of civil services in democracy, more in ethics, and we will substantiate each and every point with examples. Okay. Problems. Systematic rigidity, complexity, and over centralization. Elitist culture. Okay, elitist culture is there. Status quoist and resist changes. Fail to have a democratic behavior. Lack of emotional intelligence, empathy, and compassion, equity, among others. Okay, such was the case of poor person without ration card was denied food from PDS. Okay, and died. Status quo is that they are e-governance. They do not want to change. Yes, fail to have a democratic behavior. That post 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. So even Ashok Mehta Committee have said that there are two main evils, two sets of institutions that do not want Panchayati Raj institutions to come into force. The one is the bureaucracy and the other is state government. Why? Because they do not want to lose their own power. State itself is a glorified municipalities. Okay, lack of emotional intelligence, yes, we have done. Corruption, as defined, there's an increase in corruption. Second essay is also defined it, so you did not read these. It will come in ethics. Okay. Bureaucratic resistance in changing the governance approach. Civil societies are included as a part of implementing agencies. That Akshay Patra often complains about uncooperative bureaucracy implementing midday meal. Okay. There are structural issues too, that too much hierarchy, oversized, outmoded rules and procedures, still not people-centric, too much discretion among others. Okay. Operational weakness, lack of professionalism and poor capacity building, ineffective incentive system, arbitrary and whimsical transfer, political interference. Yes, there is operational weaknesses. Attitudinal weaknesses, elitist, status quo, morally corrupt. Committed bureaucracy from watchdog to lapdog, spineless bureaucracy, irregular political interference, as we already mentioned it. Dual control over all India service has weakened. And arbitrary transfer and short tenures, we've done it. Poor capacity building, yes. Poor performance evaluation, corruption, yes. Wage compression. Okay, wage compression, yes. You did not read this. Civil service reforms. At what stages of civil services we need reforms? The first is at the recruitment level, second is at the training level, fourth is at the evaluation, governance, initiative, and probity. Okay, ethical level. You can say that probity is ethical level. Mission Karma Yogi is the government initiative for this. What for 510 crore rupees worth initiative, which aims to train actually 46 central employees. It wants to change from rule-based to rule-based bureaucracy, on-site training, shared and training infrastructure. FRAC approach is being used, the framework of roles, activities, competency, best-in-class learning content. Okay, FRAC. Framework of roles, activities, competency, best-in-class learning content. Behavioral change, functional and domain competency. Yes, okay. Special purpose vehicle is formed. I got Karma Yogi platform has been established. PM Public HR Council provides strategic guidance. Okay. Capacity building commission. Yes. What are the benefits? Preparing civil servants for future. Citizen centricity. Collaborative and common ecosystem. Bridge gap between centralization and specialization. And from Weberian model to competency based model. Okay. What are the reforms suggested? Increase salary of beetroot employees. Only about 9,000 rupees is given to midday meal workers for 5 years is very less. 360 feedback, mid government, maximum governments. Okay, minimum government, maximum governance, lateral entry, reduce elitist culture. Technology is a bridge between bureaucracy and citizens. Kiran Agarwal committee has written that there should be a progressive report of all India IAS, Indian Administrative Service, on 5 years, 10 years, 25 years. There should be in-service training. The second ARC has written about NIPA, that is National Institute of Public Administration, that compiles all the best practices across the states. Okay, Hota committee, attitude and leadership test. There should be this attitude and leadership test, code of ethics. Yes, okay. Okay. PM Modi has said that reform, perform, and transform. Okay, from rule-based to rule-based. Okay. If bureaucracy is a steel from India, corruption erodes the stream from ultimately weakening the entire democracy. Okay. So when it comes to corruption, you can use this quote. Talking about lateral entry, so many times lateral entry has already been discussed so many times, and the questions too may have come many times. So we will not remember this all everywhere. Okay, but yes, let us see the way forward. Public administration universities for aspiring civil servants. Okay, we need to establish this from Weberian model to Sevatham model, as recommended by second ARC. Sevatham model. Okay, you can use it anywhere. Deputation to private sector. Yes, appraisal mechanism such as government's new 360-degree evaluation. Make bureaucratic decision making less top down and more transparent. Okay, so this should be the way forward. This is for IR, so it is not relevant for GPSC, but it is quite relevant for UPSC. But we'll do it after some times. Okay, so thank you very much for hearing me out.